Hello, I'm your host, Talking Face, and this could be news. Before we get started, I would like to say thank you all for listening, and if you can, subscribe, like, and share the content. Like always, I'm going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes, so please bear with me, people. The other day, the Democratic debate happened, and it was pretty terrible. It was terrible and really, really boring, except for the exchange between Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. Now, I'm not a big Bernie Sanders fan, but I like him way better than Elizabeth Warren because Elizabeth Warren just seems like a truly dishonest person. And let me explain. Well, she's a liar. That's pretty much all the explanation I got for that. If you don't believe me, understand that she got into Harvard Law School because she told and put on her application that she was Native American, and she ran with that all the way until last year when she was exposed for just being a white lady. So, without further ado, I want to get to this little quick exchange where Elizabeth Warren had leaked to CNN that Bernie Sanders was a sexist. Now, I don't see how Bernie Sanders is a sexist. That's one thing that I really believe that he's not. But she had leaked it through her staff members to CNN, the people who was hosting this new debate, that Bernie Sanders is sexist. CNN being the pinnacle of news integrity, as they are, they decided while they're hosting this debate that they should ask Bernie Sanders about this situation. And Bernie Sanders denies it. But they also do something a little funny. Let me see if y'all can catch it. Listen to this quick little exchange.
You're saying that you never told Senator Warren that a woman could not win the election.
That is correct.
Senator Warren, what did you think when Senator Sanders told you a woman could not win the election?
I disagreed. Bernie is my friend, and I am not here to try to fight with Bernie. But look, this question about whether or not a woman can be president has been raised, and it's time for us to attack it head on. And I think the best way to talk about who can win is by looking at people's winning record. So, can a woman beat Donald Trump? Look at the men on this stage. Collectively, they have lost 10 elections. The only...
Did you see how the CNN moderator decided to ask a loaded question? Saying, how did you feel when Bernie Sanders told you that? After just hearing from Bernie Sanders that he did not say it. It's kind of like asking somebody, when did you stop beating your wife? First of all, you're implying that I beat my wife, so it's a lose-lose situation. It's like you're already implying the answer. And it's a quick little bailout to Senator Elizabeth Warren, who's, again, just a terrible person. I think she's almost as bad as a liar as Hillary Clinton. Democrats sure do know how to pick their women, instead of just calling on Auntie Michelle. Crazy. But anyway, they would have had a better chance with her. I say almost because of the simple fact that Hillary Clinton was a pathological liar. Like, she just can't help but lie. But it was kind of funny with this situation because everybody started calling out CNN, starting off a hashtag called #CNN is trash. And this is not news to anybody with right-leaning politics because it's been known that CNN has been trash. This has been led by the Bernie bros. So I've just found this kind of interesting. But a lot of women are calling out these people for saying that Elizabeth Warren was a liar. Y'all remember the Me Too movement? It was geared toward sexual allegations for sexual assault or rape or anything like that. When women, majority in Hollywood, came out against men of power in Hollywood. But what followed this #MeToo was believe all women. Now, logical thinking people would just sit there and be like, believe all women. I mean, I will believe them once I see evidence, but I can't just believe all women off top because women are capable of lying too. One blue check mark on Twitter said, still thinking about the Warren-Bernie squabble, and I have a question to people who have accused Warren of lying. Isn't the lesson of Me Too in the last few years that we believe women and don't call them liars? Yeah, no, that's not how Me Too works. Nobody in their right mind would have thought just because they say believe all women, #MeToo, that they would have taken it from being about sexual assault and harassment to more widespread things like just believe us about anything. I mean, who would have ever suspected that? Oh, everybody in their right mind. Dinesh D'Souza tweeted out, I see Elizabeth Warren is trying out her own version of Christine Blasey Ford on Bernie Sanders. It's the Kavanaugh scheme all over again. A surprise hit, the gender card. Media collusion, no genuine corroboration. I say disbelieve anything of this sort without hard evidence. Agree. Just bring the evidence, people. I'm starting to get sick of this movement. At first, I understood and respected the Me Too movement when it started. To get those men that were actually harming women out of those positions of power and bring them to justice was a great goal. I understood it. But when it was followed up by the believe all women, I knew they opened Pandora's box. I cannot believe all women because women have been shown to be able to lie, like all people, even in such disgusting situations as these. We have cases of it. One in particular may be Emmett Till. You remember him? And if you don't believe me about opening Pandora's box, then let me show you this story. Everybody who objected to homosexual marriage, they said if you let homosexuals get married, you're going to be opening the door to more things, more sexual immorality, such as transgender bestiality, polygamy, pedophilia, just things like that. Now the LGBT community, because they didn't have the T at this time, they said, nah, we just want this because we want equal rights and all that. They added on the T and let transgenders in. It was like, nah, it's just transgenders. We're just stopping right here. It's transgenders. We're not going any further than that. But for some reason, we just didn't believe them. We just was like, nah, y'all going for the kids. When I say y'all, I do not mean y'all as a whole, like as homosexuals as a whole. I mean those people that are on the forefront leading the culture, that are pushing an agenda that is gearing toward perversion of children. And I know y'all see it. If y'all don't think they went or we're going for the kids, then y'all are not paying attention to what's going on. I mean, even down to having the transgender cartoons and comic books. Now they have transgender shows with child transgender characters. Now, I don't care how you live your life. I just don't want you messing with the kids. That's my only thing. It's just don't mess with the kids. That's not hard to do. Just let the kids grow into the people who they're supposed to be. You do not have to teach them to be this way. I do not have to accept your lifestyle. All I have to do is tolerate it. That's it. As long as it does not affect me or the youth, I can tolerate it. But then they do this. People in Russia decided to come out with a transgender baby doll. Now, this transgender baby doll looks like a girl, but under the dress, past the pigtails. These people decided to put a roll of pennies and 2 marbles. If you don't get the analogy in that, I'm just, you know what it is. They put the junk down there as if it was actually a boy, confusing the kids. Now, this is over there in Russia right now, and it's not going to stay there. Y'all know good and well that it's not going to stay in Russia. They're going to bring this over to America because they already have transgender dolls over here. And if you don't think that they're pushing this on people and they're trying to influence people to buy this for their kids, then you're blind. You're blind by just the nature of consumerism and how capitalism works. Most people, they don't know what they want until they see it. Like, you did not know that you wanted an iPhone until they invented an iPhone. It's the same thing with this. It's kind of sad. I'm kind of scared for the culture. All I just want you to do is just do your research. Do your research. Pay attention to what your kids are watching. Like, see where this culture is spinning off to, and what side of the fence are you going to be on? Are you going to be all the way inclusive, or are you going to be like, okay, there's certain things that we did to make this country the greatest country on earth, and losing all those traditions may not be a good idea. But what do you think? Thank you for sticking with me. Like, share, subscribe. Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end of the video. If you can, please like, share, subscribe to our page For Your Family Studios with an S, and also tell your friends about us. And if you have the time, please go to our Facebook and Instagram pages as well. Same name, For Your Family Studios.